Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham or Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders that rule well at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutation to the elect of the nation of Israel, to you I say shalom. This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Which this cloud is talking about the chariots, okay? A swift cloud is talking about a so-called UFO, okay? This is talking about the chariots, the chariot, okay? The chariots of the Most High, the chariots of Israel. Egypt, this is talking about spiritual Egypt, which is America. This place is spiritual Egypt, all right? Which Egypt was known for the captivity of the Israelites, okay? And guess what? In today's time, America is spiritual Egypt, and you have the Northern Kingdom that's been in captivity over here with the Southern Kingdom too. So what? We're still in captivity, okay? Once again, America is spiritual Egypt. All right. That's why you have the pyramid on the dollar bill. Because you have different symbolism that's here in America that goes back to Egypt. Different philosophies that America adapt to goes back to Egypt as well. And it says, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence. Right. The idols shall move. Right. They shall be afraid. Right. To quake. Right. The things they idolize here, from false gods and false deities to the things they hold in high esteem. These things will be shown worthless and weak at the presence of the Lord. It says what? In the heart of Egypt. The heart of Egypt goes into what? The heart, the mind of these people. The heart of Egypt. The mind of these people shall melt in the midst of it. The people mind shall become what? Weak. Why? Because the judgment of the Lord. Because the judgment of the Lord and the Lord judgment, you know, the judgment that the Lord will bring upon his place. The people's minds are becoming vain and weak. Verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And that's what you see is division. You see division on the forefront. That's what we're witnessing is division, race division, civil division. Okay. Right wing against the left wing, nations against nations, people against people, you know, Democrats versus Republican, rich against poor, you know. This place is divided. Satan kingdom is divided. You have different whistleblowers exposing the government and exposing the plans of the elite banking families. Esau going against Esau. And that's what you see is the vision. That brings me to Matthew 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. That's right. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And that's the time period that we're in right now. It's the beginning of sorrows. We saying people are troubled on all sides. You know, people are sad. People are mourning. People look perplexed. You know, this place is divided. This is Luke 12, verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division. And that's what you see. Division. That's what you see. All right, it's going to be peace in the kingdom of heaven, ultimately. But right now, we're not in a time of peace right now. We're in a time of what? Let's get that in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Jumping down to verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. Right now it's a time of war. We're in a time of war. Okay? That's the times we're in right now. We're in the time of what? World War III about to pop off, which we're in the beginning stages of it right now. Okay? But we know that there's a prophecy that needs to be fulfilled before World War III ultimately pop off, and that's going to be what? The prophecy about the mandatory of the mark of the beast, which is the CHIP. So we're in a time of what? War. That's the time that we're in. Okay? This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsels, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them They have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. Right? It says seek to the idols, and them seeking to charmers and familiar spirits and to wizards. You're right, they do that. They do consult with witches and the priests for counsel. What sacrifices to do and how to move forward with their plans. You know, they do seek to these wicked people, man, with familiar spirits. Esau Edom deals with the left hand. With the left hand, you know, they get their power from the left hand, which Esau Edom, they're the seed of the wicked. All right, they're the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Satan's children are the Edomites, the physical counterpart of the spiritual being. Satan are you Edomites, so-called white people, so-called white race. They're the devil. They are the devil that the Bible speaks about. So they seek to the idols and wizards for counsel and how to move forward with their plans, what sacrifices to do. It's Isaiah chapter 47, verse 12. It says, what? Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers and the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Right? Which they're not going to they're not going to stop the judgment from coming. That's why the NLT says, verse 12, now use your magical charms, use the spells you have worked at all these years. Maybe they will do you some good. Maybe they can make someone afraid of you. All right. This proves that, America, the people that run America, the powers that be on the left hand, they use as what? Left hand power. They use enchantments and they're witches and warlocks. See? Verse 13, all the advice you receive has made you tired. Where are all your astrologers, those stargazers who make predictions? Let them stand up and save you from what the future holds. That's right. Verse 14, behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor a fire to sit before it. There you go. That's right. They're not going to be able to save America or heal America. No, the judgment's already written from Babylon the Great to be destroyed. You know? So with that, all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakudash, Shalom.